friends, welcome to our channel Jayaditya Math Tutorial. We are doing the series of 10th class mathematics. We are now in the chapter similar triangles. In similar triangles we have already done 4 classes where we have discussed the basic concepts, basic proportionality theorem, converse of basic proportionality theorem, and also we have taken 2 classes for exercise problems and also some do this and try these problems. So if you don't watch the previous classes, please do watch them, then only you will understand this class clearly. Okay, if you want, I'll give the links in the description. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, and if you don't subscribe also till now, please do subscribe and share with your friends. If you like my class, please do like and hit the bell icon for notifications. Now in this class we are going to solve some more problems of exercise 1, and here this class is very important where we have the some construction part here. So don't miss the class, and whenever you are watching any class, please do watch it till the end, then only you will understand the concepts clearly. Right now, so let us go directly into the problems now. Right now, look here, this is the problem 6 of your exercise 1. This is very simple and somewhat important also. So see here, what is this question? In the given figure, that is the figure already given in the question itself, DE is parallel to QO. So see here, so this is DE is parallel to QO. These two lines are parallel here, and the next one is DF is parallel to OR. So this is the case here, DF is parallel to OR, and what we need to show here, that is EF is parallel to QR. So you need to show that EF is parallel to QR. So this is very simple. So if you observe, it is like a tetrahedron and it has all the faces as triangles only, but here we want only 3 faces here. So let us take here, if you observe the figure clearly, you have 3 triangles. Let me explain what are those. So first of all, POQ, this triangle we will be taking, and POR we will be taking this one. So by taking these 2 triangles, we will be proving that EF is parallel to QR in triangle PQR. So that will be our strategy in doing this problem. So how to solve this one, let us see here. So what are the triangles you are taking now? Before that, write the given data here. What is the given data? Given data is DE is parallel to QO and DF is parallel to OR. Right now, and next one, what you need to prove here, required to prove is EF is parallel to QR. Required to prove is EF is parallel to QR. So let us go directly into the proof. So which triangle I need to take now? So I am taking the triangle POQ now. So in triangle POQ, so what is the triangle POQ? For your clear understanding, let me share this one. So I am taking this part, right? So here you need to observe the figures clearly. If you observe the figure clearly only, then you will get an idea. So in triangle POQ, what is the information given here? That is DE is parallel to OQ now. DE is parallel to OQ. If the lines are parallel, so what we can apply here? We can apply basic proportionality theorem. So by basic proportionality theorem, what can we write here? That is, so see here, Nana, DA and OQ are parallel, so therefore we can write it as PE by EQ is equals to PD by DO. So let us write that one. So that is PE by EQ is equals to PD by DO. Let us take this as equation 1 now. You go for the other triangle. That's all. We'll be taking 2 triangles and we will be applying basic proportionality theorem, then we will be proving. So now I am taking the other triangle. So what is the triangle here? So in triangle, now I am taking the triangle as POR now. So in triangle POR, we can say that DF is parallel to OR. So this is the given information. And what can we apply here? We can apply basic proportionality theorem again. We also call basic proportionality theorem as Thales theorem now. So keep in mind. So DF is parallel to OR. So from this you can write it as PD by DO is equals to PF by FR. So I will be writing that one. So that is PF by FR is equals to PD by DO. Take this as equation 2. Take this as equation 2. In both the cases, what can you observe here? So we can observe that RHS are equal in both the cases now. RHS are equal in both the cases. So LHS must be equal. So simple, from equation 1 and 2. From equation 1 and 2, what can we say that P by EQ is equals to PF by FR now. So what is our intention actually? We need to prove that EF is parallel to QR, right? We need to prove. So in triangle, now I am taking the major triangle, that is PQR. In triangle PQR, we got PA by EQ is equals to PF by FR, right now. So let us take this as equation 3. So if the ratios are equal, then the lines will be parallel by converse of basic proportionality theorem. So in this problem you are applying 2 times basic proportionality theorem, and in the third case you are applying converse of basic proportionality theorem. If the ratios are equal, so see here, PE by EQ is equals to PF by FR. So if the ratios are equal, automatically the lines must be parallel, right? By converse of basic proportionality, EF will be parallel to QR. So you can write like this: EF will be parallel to QR from 3, and also by converse of basic proportionality theorem. Converse of basic proportionality, hence proved here. So we want the required proof as EF is parallel to QR. So we have shown that EF is parallel to QR. So hence proved. That's all. Let us go to the next question. Even the next question is similar to this one. I'll tell you how to solve this one. You try it. Right, Nana? Look here. This is your 7th problem of your exercise 1. So see here in this figure, he is telling that A, B, C are the points on PO, OQ and OR respectively. That means A is the point on PO, B is the point on OQ, and C is the point on OR. Right, and also what is the conditions he has given means, see here, AB is parallel to PQ, it seems AB is parallel to PQ, and AC is parallel to PR. AC is parallel to PR. So this AC line is parallel to PR. So what we need to prove here, we need to prove that BC is parallel to QR. So this is the similar problem. So how to take the triangles is very, very important here. So see here, Nana, I'll show you again how to take the triangles. By taking the different triangles, you apply 2 times basic proportionality theorem, and on the third time you apply converse of basic proportionality theorem. Then you can easily solve this problem. Right. So see here, first of all you take the triangle as OPQ. OPQ, you take this part. Okay, you take OPQ. In OPQ, AB is parallel to PQ here. So you can write it as OA by AP is equals to OB by BQ. Right? So that is equation 1. And again you take this part here. If you take this part, see here in this triangle OPR, in the triangle OPR, AC is parallel to PR. So what can you write by basic proportionality theorem? OC by CR is equals to OA by OP. Nana. OA by OP. So that will be equation 2. So from 1 and 2, what can you say here? You can say that OB by BQ is equals to OC by CR. That will be your equation 3. So in this triangle OQR, in the triangle OQR, by converse of basic proportionality theorem, you can show that BC is parallel to QR. So by converse of basic proportionality, both are similar problems, but the figures are different. That's all. So this is like your top view, but that is like your side view of a same tetrahedron. You know tetrahedron? So tetrahedron is a solid which has 4 faces. 4 are triangular faces only. Okay. So both are same. If you see from the top, the figure will be like this, and if you see from the sideways, you know the front view, side view, top view. So this is like top view and this is like side view. None. Okay, so both are similar problems. You try this one. Now let us enter into the next problem. Right, Nana? See here, this is your 8th problem of your exercise 1. So what is he telling here? ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD. Nana. AB is parallel to CD and its diagonals are intersecting at the point O. And what we need to show here, AO by BO. So see here, Nana, AO by BO is equals to CO by DO. You need to show that one. So observe this ratio. You have an example problem, right? If AO by BO is equals to CO by DO, then you need to prove that the quadrilateral is a trapezium. So this problem is slightly reverse of that example. So we'll be doing very, very simply. There we have done one simple construction. So here also we will be doing the same case. So observe this problem. This problem is very, very important now. So start with the given data. So what is the given data here? AB. So right here given. So given data is ABCD is trapezium in which AB is parallel to CD. None. Okay. So diagonals intersect at O. Diagonals intersect at O. None. Diagonals intersect at O. Right. So what we need to prove here? We need to prove that AO by BO is equals to CO by DO. None. AO by BO is equals to CO by DO. So in order to prove this one, we need to do a construction such that actually this part is enough, but let us draw like this. So draw a line EF, passing through the point O. Draw a line EF such that it passes through the point O, and also it must be parallel to both DC and AB. Now, so this line should be parallel to DC, and also this line must be parallel to AB. Obviously, if these two lines are parallel, If the line is parallel to any one of these, then automatically it will be parallel for both the lines. So let us write the construction here. So what is the construction part here? Draw EF, draw the line EF passing through O, passing through the point O, such that DF or EF, sorry, EF is parallel to AB and also which is parallel to CD. Already we know that AB is parallel to CD, but we are taking EF is parallel to AB and also it is parallel to CD. That's all enough. So now you go for proof here. So when you are doing this problem, mostly trapezium problems, you need to take triangles in such a way. So I am showing the triangles here, you see here, Nana. So first of all you take this part, Nana. Okay, you take that part, that means ABD triangle. So in triangle ABD, what can you observe here? EO is parallel to AB, right? Already we told that EF is parallel to both the lines. So EO is the part of EF, therefore EO will be parallel to AB. So write that one, EO is parallel to AB, Nana. So how you got this one? By construction. You should mention this one. Why? Because all these problems comes under reasoning and proof. So you should definitely mention the reasons. If you don't mention the reasons, you will not be awarded complete marks here. So EO is parallel to AB. So what can you apply here? So you can apply basic proportionality theorem. So by basic proportionality theorem, that is by BPT, what can you write here? So see here now, DE by EA will be equals to DO by OB, right? So write that one, DE by EA is equals to DO by OB. DO by OB. Let us take this as equation 1. Now what you will be doing here, take the other part here. So now which triangle you will be taking means, see here, you take the triangle, this one, ADC. You take the triangle ADC, Nana. Don't go for the other side. Okay, always you keep in mind here, only one of the non-parallel sides must be included. Okay, one of the non-parallel sides. What are the non-parallel sides here? AD and BC are non-parallel sides. So whenever you are taking triangle, only one of the non-parallel sides must be included. So you should take the triangles in such a way. If you take the triangles like this, ABC, if you take the triangle ABC again, it will be a tough job for you. So you should do like this only. So which triangle I am taking now? So I am taking the triangle as in triangle ACD. ACD. This triangle I am taking now. In this, EO is parallel to DC, right? EO is parallel to DC. So what can we write here by basic proportionality theorem? AO by OC is equals to AE by ED. Right now. So by BPT, we can write it as AO by OC is equals to AE by ED. Clear? AO by OC is equals to AE by ED. So this is equation. Okay, let's wait here. So see here now what we have here, DE by EA we got here. We got the reverse, right? So here DE is in the numerator, here the DE is in the denominator. So in order to equate them, let us take the reciprocals of both the cases. That means we call that operation as invertendo. So just write the reciprocals of both the fractions here. So this becomes OC by OA is equals to, this is DE by AE now. OC by OA is equals to DE by AE. Now you take this as equation 2. So how you got this one? By invertendo operation. Right now, by invertendo operation. Invertendo means you should take the reciprocals on both the sides. That's all. Don't think that is some difficult word. Okay, so from 1 and 2, what can you write here? So see here, I got DE by EA. Here also I got DE by EA. So here both the cases are equal, right? Here both the cases are equal. So automatically what happens here? OD by OB must be equals to OC by OA. So let us take that part here. So from 1 and 2, what can we write here? OD by OB is equals to OC by OA. OC by OA, right? We got this one, but in the proof what we have, once you observe here, we want AO by BO, in the denominator BO, but in the numerator we want AO. So see here, we have already in the denominator BO. We want OA in the numerator. So bring OA to numerator and take OD to the denominator. Then your problem is completed. So if I bring this one, so that will be like AO by BO is equals to CO by DO. AO by BO is equals to CO by DO. What operation I have used here? This is known as alternando. So just you are alternating the sides here. So whatever the proof we want, we got that one. So you can write it as hence proof. Clear now? So understand carefully what are the triangles we are taking here. So we are taking ABD as one triangle and ACD as the other triangle. So apply basic proportionality theorems for both the cases, but in one triangle you will be applying invertendo. In the conclusion you will be doing alternando. That's all. So keep these points in your mind. Let us go to the next problem, that is construction. Right, Nana, see here. So this is the last problem of your exercise 1. In this problem you need to divide a line segment in the given ratio now. So in the question it is given that divide the line segment AB in which is of the length 7.2 centimeters, which is of the length 7.2 centimeters in the ratio 5:3 now, in the ratio 5:3. So this problem is very important. Why? Because you will be using this in your construction of similar triangles now. So this is very important. If you practice this perfectly, then your similar triangle construction will be perfect, and that is absolutely 100% sure question. So there you will be getting 4 marks easily. So for that reason you should definitely learn this one. So this part you will be doing in construction of similar triangles also. Okay, so see here, A and B is given. So in A and B, what is the ratio, Nana? You need to divide it in the ratio 5:3. So but there will be a minor difference. I will explain you when I am telling construction of similar triangles. So we need to divide AB in the ratio 5:3. So let us take a point here. Let me explain you once. So A and B is the line segment. So we should get a point here such that it should be 5:3. It divides in the ratio 5:3 now. So AB is divided into how many parts here? AB is divided into completely 8 parts, right? So keep that in mind now. So this is very important part here. So first of all you draw an acute angle like this. You can take any angle now. Simply you draw a line like this from A. Right. After this, so see here how many parts it should be made, Nana. So initially it should be made into 8 parts. So from A, take some radius on the compass. From A, take some radius on the compass and draw an arc like this now. So mark this as A1. Okay. And from A1 with the same radius, what you have taken A1, no? So this is the length you have taken. So from A1 again you draw the same arc with the same radius. Here the difference radius must not be changed, that you should keep in mind. So mark this as A2. In the same way from here, so this is this much, so again you draw same arc again like this only. A4, this will be A5, and this will be A5, A6, A7, and this will be A8 now. So see here, so A3, A4, A5, A6, A7 and A8. So mark the points like this. So first of all what you will be drawing, draw an acute angle BAX. Draw an acute angle BAX and mark the points on AX. Mark the points on AX such that A1 is equals to A1 A2. So you can write like this: A1 is equals to A1 A2 is equals to A2 A3, so on. Right done. So like this up to A8. So you should mark how many points here? You should mark 8 points. So this will, that is, it means that now we have 8 parts now. So we need to divide this line into 8 parts, right? So this complete AB must be equal to 8 parts. So you should join A8 and B, Nana. You should join A8 and B. So if you join like this, then so these all the parts are 8. So this is also, we can do it into 8 parts now. Okay, after this what we need to do here, it is very important. Please focus here. Right now, so we want the ratio 5:3. So this AP must be 5 parts and PB must be 3 parts now. That means from A it should be 5 parts distance, right? So from A 5 parts distance is nothing but A5 here. So in the from point A5, from the point A5 you should draw a parallel line. From the point A5 you should draw a parallel line to BA. That means for this line you need to draw a parallel line at the point A5 here now. Understand carefully. For the line B and A8, BA8, for this line you should draw a parallel line at A5 such that it cuts AB, So for that reason what we will be doing here means, so take A8 as center, again you take the compass, take some convenient radius and draw an arc like this now. So from A8 draw an arc, clear? And say with the same radius, what is the radius you have taken here? With the same radius again you draw from A5. From A5 again you draw an arc in this manner. Clear? First thing is take A8 as center, draw an arc such that it cuts both the lines here, and again you draw an arc now. Again you draw an arc with the same radius from A5. Why? Because we want 5:3. If it is 4:4, you will be taking at 4. If it is 3:5, you will be taking at 3. So you should understand like that, right? After this, after drawing the arcs, what you need to do? So measure this part now. So here the arc is cutting A7 8, no, arc is cutting at some point here and some point on BA8. So measure this distance now. With the compass you measure this distance. Okay, if you measure this part, and you should cut it from the part here. You should cut the arc with the same radius from this point now. So if you cut it, it will be like this, right? Now you have a point here, both the arcs are intersecting at this point. Join these 2 points, A5 and the point, and draw a line. Clear? Such that it will be like parallel line. So see here, this line must be parallel to the this one, that is BA8 nana. So these two lines will be parallel. How actually they will be parallel here? What we have done, you should know the reason also. What we have done. So see here nana, just so I have copied the angle here at A8 and I have drawn at A5 nana. Now you can say that these two angles will be equal actually. So if this is theta, this also will be theta. So I have done like this. So if I done like this, so see here, these two angles will be corresponding angles. If the corresponding angles are equal, automatically these two lines must be parallel, right? So for that reason we are doing same angle here. Okay, we are drawing same angle here. So this is very important part here. So after drawing this one, you will be having a point here as AP. That's all. Your line is divided into 5:3. Now AP will be 5 parts and PB will be 3 parts now. So now the line is divided into in the ratio 5:3. So once again I will tell you roughly, you listen here. So first of all you draw the line segment with the given measurements. I am taking it as 7.2 in the as it in the question. After this, draw an acute angle. Take this as AX. Okay, and mark the points A1, A2, A3, A4, A5, A6, A7 and A8. Why? Because you should divide in the ratio 5:3. 5 plus 3 is nothing but 8. So up to A8 you need to draw. So join B and A8. Okay, after this, so for this line you should draw a parallel line at A5 nana. So for that reason, draw an arc in this manner from A5. Also draw an arc, measure this length here with the compass, and with the same length you cut this one and join these 2 points nana. Okay, if you join these 2 points, this will cut AB at some point P. So now AP will be 5 parts and PB will be 3 parts. Your line is divided in the ratio 5:3. That's all. So this is very important construction. If it is given in the 4 marks, you should draw the rough figure like that, and you should draw the main construction. After that you should write the construction steps also. Okay, what are the construction steps you will be writing here? Whatever you have done, you write that one only, then that will be okay. Clear? I hope you have understood this class very well. If you have any doubts, please do comment in the comment section. If you are new to my channel, please do subscribe, and if you like my class, please do like and share with your friends, and don't forget to hit the bell icon. If you hit the bell icon, then you'll get the notifications whenever a video is uploaded. Okay, so let us meet in the next class. There we will be doing the next exercise problems, and we will be discussing some criterions of congruence. If you know the criterions of congruence only, then you can solve the problems of 8.2 or 8.3 or some other problems, whatever you have in the chapter now. So this chapter will be somewhat, some students will be feeling difficult, so for that reason I am telling slowly. So whenever I teach a problem, do practice that one. You will get only by practice now. Clear? Even if you miss one letter, then your problem will be completely wrong. Okay, let us meet in the next class. Till then, bye.